Yes, Alan, we've heard you.
The simulation numbers are good, so...
Oh, very good. Yeah, we'll give it a try, yeah. Give me a cheeky wink as well while we're at it. Yes, delightful. New part fitted anyway, so hopefully we'll be a bit quicker this time round. All being well anyway, that's the plan. But let's go straight into practice one nonetheless. See how well we do here. Ah, skip it. Can't have that. FOM will not approve of that at all. Yeah, good, Jeff. Yeah. Yes. Just yeah. Can we just go? Yeah, let's just go. It says it's raining, but no, they recommend mediums. We'll go out on mediums and do the track climatisation. Then why not? Why not indeed? If this is what Jeff recommends, Jeff shall get it. So let's go and do some track climatisation. Here we go. And as you can see, it's mildly moist out there at China. And we're just coming round now to begin the track climatisation lap. And oh shit, yeah, it's moist. Very moist out there for dry tyres. But we're troopers, we'll never give in. We shall carry on regardless. As we begin the track acclimatisation lap right now. Activate DRS on time, so the team are happy with that. Okay, I'm sure you are. Straight through the middle of that, only a green light though. Bullshit. Yep, not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. Doing quite well. And yes, guys, while we're just finishing off this track acclimatisation lap, I'd just like to thank F1 Games PlayStation massively for the thumbnail that is done for my channel. I really appreciate it, as I'm sure you'll all agree. It looks absolutely amazing with the Force India career mode on it, of course, the big pink car on the screen and big pink letters. So yeah, I really appreciate it, Dave. I've left his channel below, so you can go check him out. Yeah, he's doing a load of stuff on F1 2017, not only career mode, but also the all seasons career mode, which you guys would really enjoy if you've not seen it already. So yeah, definitely recommend you check Dave out. F1 Games PlayStation, as I say, description will be below. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it, because I certainly do. But as we come round now to close the last sector, that was purple but I missed it, so yeah, I'll take that nonetheless. And as we come round now to the long straight down Shanghai. China's not my favourite circuit, but I tend to get good results here. I always tend to just keep it nice and steady. People tend to struggle in the first sector or so, especially with the tight turn 1 and 2, but I seem to thrive at that bit. As we're coming now to the second to last corner, and shit, I'm off. I've got it all entirely wrong. It's all gone wrong. That's a big fat red there. I don't think I'll meet the objective this time around. And as we come round now to the last corner, take it nice and steady. And yep, open DRS and across the line. And we passed it, but didn't excel in it. But not to worry, some more points on the board. So then, let's have a look. We've got some bonus points. Of course, I did a few more sessions as well. Some perfect ones, some not so perfect ones. 610 resource points earned from those practice sessions so far. And yep, and as you can see now, we'll head straight into qualifying from here. Just have a look, see if we've got any. I don't think we've got enough points to do anything really. Let's have a look at aerodynamics. Yeah, we'll have a cheeky little upgrade, why not? We'll develop a bit of wind tunnel. Oh, wind tunnel development, why not? Why not indeed? So that's got some more points spent. I'm probably going to save up now for a bigger chunk for some more adaptation, and of course some bigger updates that should come that will benefit the car a lot more than these minor updates. So as we start qualifying now, I'm the first one out, so I'll be the first to settle at, but let's see where we end up. It's nice and steady into turn 1, a little bit wide there. I like to keep it a bit more tighter, but managed to clip the apex nonetheless. Into turn 2, oh look at this, like a pro in my big pink Panther car. So doing quite well now as we exit sector 1 into sector 2. Like I say, the circuit for me is okay. I do tend to get good results here, and I do enjoy racing around here, although I don't really like the circuit. This bit round here I really struggle to get the right line for. Luckily this qualifying lap I managed to get it pretty much spot on, although did I just have to brake a touch there just to keep it inside without understeering off Otherwise I'd have got this corner horribly wrong. I'd have been in the wrong line completely. But nonetheless, a nice clean tidy lap, and that's all I can really expect. And just see where it gets us. The first to set a lap. The weather wasn't looking too brilliant for later on in the session, so I thought let's bank a lap in early on my super softs and see where we can get. Hoping for top 10. The team's expecting a P8, but we'll wait and see about that. As we come down to the long straights, of course, one of the longest in Formula 1 on the current calendar. And it's hard braking into the second to last corner. We managed to clip the apex quite nicely there, I was pleased, but a little bit wide on exit, but I can live with that. And yeah, coming round now to the last corner, it's a solid lap, a steady lap. I think there was more pace there, but I just wanted to make sure I got a banker lap in. And we crossed the line, of course, P1 for now. And we end the session in an incredible P5. Would you believe that? The rain did come. A lot of cars missed out. As you can see, Sebastian Vettel down there in 13th place. Marcus Ericsson all the way up in 12th in the Sauber. And my teammate down in 16th. And look at that, the likes of Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton didn't set a lap because they got completely caught out by the weather, which I saw, luckily, in advance. Ah! Ah, shut up, David. Yes, yes, yes. David Croft, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Skip it. Can't be dealing with you, David. David Croft, you talk out your rectum. Anyway, so as we join up onto the start line now, and yep, race strategy. I was looking at it looked all right, but then I thought, no, let's put just a touch more fuel in, just to see. So, as we're waiting for the 5 lights to go out, the career mode will begin again. Episode 2 from a staggering P5 on the grid. And it's away we go, and we get off to a relatively clean start. As you can see, Lance Stroll ahead. Hulkenberg gets an absolute flyer, and he's trying to attack around the outside. I'd pinch him. He just tries to squeeze in a bit there. A bit of contact, but not too much. Up the inside of Stroll. Get a warning for the collision with Hulkenberg, but we can deal with that. Up the inside of Stroll now, up into P4. We're battling with Daniel Ricciardo.
Engine is looking a little worn. Power output will be less than optimal.
Yes, and as you probably heard there, Jeff was saying that the engine wear isn't good, and yeah, I didn't realise we'd be getting that much wear. So as soon as we nip up the inside of Daniel Ricciardo, Jeff was saying there that the engine would be down on power now, and we have got an entire race to go. So we squeeze up into P3 at this point. I was absolutely loving life. A great qualifying and up into P3 already in just my second race on F1 2017. Doing it properly anyway. And yeah, so we've really got to manage this engine wear now. I didn't expect it to be as severe as what it has been. As you can see, most of the components were already yellow there when I had a quick flick through earlier. And yeah, we're just really maintaining position at the moment. We've got Daniel Ricciardo close behind. Bottas and Kimi Raikkonen ahead seem to be already pulling away once again. And yes, as you can see there, some parts are close to 60% wear, and by the end of the race those will be fairly well knackered. So we've really got to manage the wear on the engine just to get to the end of this race, as well as the fuel, of course. As we've got Daniel Ricciardo right behind us, is threatening us quite a lot now, but we should be okay. We take and cross the lap, P3, gaining 2 places off the line. Absolutely ecstatic with that, a great result nonetheless for us, just for now. And then as we come towards the end of lap 4, and the engine, look at that, the engine is not loving life at all. I've got all sorts of bits going yellow on me now. And I was thinking to myself, how are we going to get to the end of this season with only 4 of these components available when I've already got some bad bits on the car? And as you can see, my fuel light just pops up as well there. Now, this is on standard mix as well at this moment in time of the race, so it was really, really difficult to believe what to do. As you can see, the 2 leaders pit, so that puts me in a net first place for now. And my pit stop is a lap later, coming in for the pits in P1, and yeah, on lap 5. We've got Daniel Ricciardo right behind us once again. We do actually lead this lap. Look, as we cross the line in the pit lane, we have actually led a lap, which is really beyond my expectations completely. Not just for this race, but for this season. And we need a quick pit stop here, boys. We've got Daniel Ricciardo right behind us. We put onto the soft tyres, and we've been held, and Daniel Ricciardo has slipped through in the pit stop, so that's going to put us down to a net P4, which is not good at all. I want to get that podium if I can. We come out of the pits and exit the pits in P15. We've got Lance Stroll that's following us out of the pits as well, but he's quite a way behind. Daniel Ricciardo very slow though coming out of the pits and into turn 1 and 2. And then he just stops for no real reason here. He almost jumps on the brakes, so I have no choice but to nip up onto the grass and up onto the curb to get through. And as you can see, Lewis Hamilton is out of the race, so lucky we did the job that we did on Ricciardo earlier there. Otherwise we would have been affected by the yellow flags and had to yield that position. But no, we're back through on Ricciardo now and back into a net P3 overall in the race. So as we come now to lap 6, as you can see, Pascal Wehrlein just ahead. We've got plenty of cars in the pits. Pascal on the super softs that have cried enough. We squeezed through, no problem. Into P3, back where we belong. Of course, Pascal Wehrlein still got to pit yet, but that gives us good positioning as we manage to put a car between ourselves and Daniel Ricciardo, and hopefully we can break away from him and maintain this 3rd place. So as we come now towards the final sector of lap 10, as you can see on the screen, Lance Stroll is out of the race after a great qualifying by him once again. The Williams does seem to be a little OP on this game in comparison to real life with qualifying and race results at the moment. But nonetheless, a shame for him. And as you can see, we've got two lines behind us now. We've got 2 of the arrows pointing behind us. We've got Daniel Ricciardo, and who's that behind him? It's Sebastian Vettel in the Ferrari. Yeah, Sebastian Vettel's had a great recovery after qualifying a dismal P13 after missing out. But nonetheless, a great race by him and a great comeback so far. He's looking to make it onto the podium himself now, but we really want to fight this. Of course, they've got DRS, and I've got it completely wrong. Going into turn 1, I'm wide, I'm on the grass, luckily don't spin. I come back on and make slight contact with Vettel, but we've lost the place to Ricciardo now. And he throws up some grass and gravel and dirt for good measure into our visor. And we've got Sebastian Vettel round the outside of us through turn 3. And a slight bit of contact there as we come round now. I'm still trying to attack round the outside. I'm squeezing him as much as I can. Bit more contact, it's a bit more rubbing, but he's through now and I'm down to P5. I'm not going to give up though. I'm not going to give up. He goes slightly wide and I'm through, and a slight touch yet again. And I force him wide, force the issue, get to the apex first, and I maintain that 4th place now. And as you can see, Daniel Ricciardo ahead is pulling away, but I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep attacking. It's all we've got to do. As you can see, our components are really not liking this at the moment. The battling is far too much for them. Some of those up to 67% already, and we're only on lap 11 of this race after only 2 races and a couple of free practice sessions with those components. So it's going to be a real struggle to see how the season plays out. I think I'm going to have to take some penalties in the not too distant future, possibly for the likes of Monaco onwards really at this rate. But hopefully I can keep it so I can keep the penalties to a minimum. As you can see, Sebastian Vettel got really close to us there, but I just managed to fend him off by driving in the middle and keeping my position. And now as we come around the last turn, I go slightly wide, which isn't ideal. I was desperate to try and get DRS on Daniel Ricciardo, but the gap was just a tad too much. And Sebastian Vettel right on our gearbox once again. I'm trying to attack and defend at the same time. It's getting incredibly difficult, but I'm just keeping composed, just trying to look ahead. I know Daniel Ricciardo slowed through the first complex after I got him out of the pits, and as you can see, once again I gained so much time through there, and he does slightly pull away of course on exit, but I have gained time nonetheless, which I'm pleased about. We've just got to keep this momentum up now. I've still got the pressure from Sebastian Vettel behind, but as you can see, I'm not looking behind me. I just want to stay focused on the car ahead and try and bag this podium if possible. As you can see, closing up once again on Daniel Ricciardo. Looks like I will be in DRS range this time around as we come towards the end of lap 12 and make it slight mistake there, which puts Sebastian Vettel once again close behind, but he gets a poor exit. As you can see on the arrow marker, he's just dropping off a touch, but he's still there and I've still got to be wary. And coming round this time, I am in fact in the DRS range, so this time will be a great time to deploy it and hopefully capitalise on it. And away we go, DRS open. Of course, Sebastian Vettel's got DRS on us as well, but nonetheless we're going to go for it. We're going to make a move, we're going to lunge. I I thought about it, I thought against it, and then I thought, no, let's go for it. And we're through into P3. Daniel Ricciardo left the door wide open there. I think he thought it was going to be a more committed lunge than what it was. Didn't do anything stupid, though, thankfully. And as you can see, Sebastian Vettel has squeezed past Daniel Ricciardo now, and that's given us a bit of breathing space as we enter the second to last lap. We're not going to catch the cars ahead, not in a hope in hell's chance. They have completely gone. As I go wide again there into turn 1, which is, again, not great, but we've just got to maintain this position now. We've got a down on power engine, and we've got the 2 quick Ferrari and Red Bull behind us. Of course, Force Indias don't normally battle with these guys. We're normally second to the rest, really. And as you can see, we've got the fuel light on, so I've got to manage my fuel as well now. It's all just getting a bit too much at this moment in time. I'm just trying to hold on to this podium for dear life, and sometimes I was overdriving the car. I was struggling to get into my rhythm. It was getting really tough out there. But, you know, this time around, the pair of them are going to have DRS on me, and it's going to get a bit tricky. We managed to clip the apex quite nice. We need a good exit here so we get a good run onto the straight. Hopefully we can get a good exit, and indeed we do. The best exit possible, I thought. But of course, we've still not got the DRS to help us. As you can see now, every component's pretty much yellow, and we've got Sebastian Vettel overtaking us, but his DRS isn't open, surprisingly. He hasn't got DRS on us, so he's not going to be able to make a move. He does hang around the outside, but we just squeeze him out there on exit. Left him a touch of room just in case he was there. I didn't want any silly contact, but we're through anyway. And yeah, as we commence the last lap now, we've got Sebastian Vettel and Daniel Ricciardo still incredibly tight behind us. We've got Vettel, I couldn't hold him off. Vettel's come up on the inside. He tries to brake, he goes a touch wide. I'm back up the inside. There's, just almost contact, but I do manage to squeeze through back into P3. And of course, this battle is far from over yet. We've got a long lap to go. This was the longest lap of my life. As we try once again to fend off Sebastian Vettel and Daniel Ricciardo for this P3. A P3 on our second race would be absolutely amazing. But we'll have to wait and see how this lap ends. As we're going wide there, we're going to have to tuck in tight on this. We go a touch wide. Again, as you can see, the arrow markers are going absolutely mental. They're behind us, pushing us all the time. It's getting a bit ridiculous now as we come through. Of course, both cars are going to be in DRS range this time. I've got my fuel light flashing frantically, but there's nothing I can do about that. I am luckily got some fuel left in the tank. As you can see, Marcus Ericsson just retired there, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't affect our race. We're battling for P3 here with the likes of Vettel and Ricciardo. I tried to cover the inside, but don't want to cover it fully as I don't want to give myself up too much. Sebastian Vettel tried to come around the outside. He's made it. Kimi Raikkonen's won. Sebastian Vettel's through, but I'm just going to brake, squeeze him, clip the apex, squeeze him off, show him the door, and we're through into P3. I don't think there's going to be a challenge now coming through into this last corner. Indeed there isn't, and we're going to cross the line to finish P3 in only our second 2017 career mode race. Wow, what a great effort. I was so chuffed. I was really pleased. A great race. Great race from us. And yeah, a fantastic car is the Force India. And as you can see, Maurizio loving life once again. It's not his lead driver that's won the race, but it's Kimi Raikkonen once again, the winner of the race. Again, he's dominating this season so far. 2 wins out of 2. There's me loving life with my purple and pink helmet. The Ferrari crew absolutely loving life there as well. Oh, Felipe Massa, where did he finish? He finished P6, which not bad for Felipe. Not quite sure why we're seeing him. We didn't see much of him in the race. And here we go, look. It's Kimi Raikkonen from Valtteri Bottas, from myself in P3. And Kimi Raikkonen takes his trophy. Deservedly so. And now it's time for the champagne! So as you can see, P3 for me, P12 for my teammate Ocon, who's yet to score a point this season. Jolie off Palmer in P9. What the hell has happened there? A double point score for Renault, which has never happened in the entire life that Jolie and Palmer's been in that team at all. And yet, as you can see there, a great race by us. P3, absolutely loving life. Max Verstappen managed to recover from points as well after not actually qualifying. Sebastian Vettel as well in P4. Great effort by them, great drive from those two. Some Fernando Alonso in P13 there, which is a decent effort. Danny Kvyat scores a point as well, which is surprising. And yes, as you can probably tell as well, driver of the day went to Max Verstappen for his exquisite drive. And as you can see, the retirements were Lewis Hamilton, Lance Stroll and Marcus Ericsson. The Drivers' Championship now, I'm in P3 at the moment with 25 points. And in the Constructors, Force India at P4 with my 24 points at the moment. It'd be good to see where we can end up when Ocon scores some points. So here we go, look, as points for this weekend. Yeah, beat as objectives, that's good. 109 points from this session. And we are walking it now, I would imagine, with Esteban Ocon. Indeed, we are 13-6, I should say, so that's quite decent. And as you can see, the team are really pleased with us as well. So that's all for part 2. I hope you did enjoy it. And thanks a lot for watching, guys. And I will see you again very, very soon for episode 3. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Much